Welcome back to this video. In this video we'll see dynamic NAT. Last video we saw static NAT, and we saw the downside of that because the last video we only had 4 devices in the lab, right, in the topology, something like this, and we purchased 4 IP addresses for those 4 devices, and the downside is that what if we have more than 100 or even thousands of devices, then we would need to configure them one by one. So that's going to take a long time. It's a very time consuming process. So that's why we're doing something called dynamic NAT, and we'll see how it's different from this static NAT. Okay, so the steps are basically the same, especially the first 2 steps. In our router we need to configure the default route, so I have already done that. It is actually IP route 0000, then 0000, and then the next stop is 100.112, and then go to this ISP here and then configure static route back to our router and say IP route 50.1.1.0 to 55.255.255.0, and the next stop here is 100.1.150. Okay, 100.1.150. Why 50.110? Because that's going to be our range. ISP would not need to know our private IP addresses, so we just need to configure the purchased IP address range, which is going to be 51.1.1 to 51.1.200. so that's what we need to put it here. So I'll just quickly show you. See, 50.110 and then 255.255.0, and then the next stop is 100.1.150, which is the next stop, this serial interface. Okay, and after that we'll need to specify the private network, which private network is nothing but our 192.168.1.0 network here, our network using access list. So we have learned access list, so we need to specify this private network using that, and then we'll need to specify our public network, which is what's going outside of our network, using something called pool. Okay, and we'll see how to configure that also, and then list and pool. So first we specify private network using access list, then we specify public network using pool, then we'll need to map both of them, both access list and pool. Then we'll need to go to the interface. We did this in the last video also. We need to say our inside interface and the outside interface. So IP NAT inside here, this interface, the default route, default gateway interface here, G000, and then S010 would be our outside interface. Then what happens is, as we ping, let's say we started with this computer 1.1, and then 1.1, as it gets to this router, it will get the first available IP, which is possibly 50.1.1.1. okay, so let's say the next guy who is pinging is 1.4, so as he goes to this router, he'll get 50.1.1.2. so it doesn't have to be in order or anything. It's like a first come first serve style. So after 1.1, if 1.4 goes, then he'll get the next available address, which is 51.1.2. so I'm saying, like, it's not necessarily 192.168.1.2 will get 51.1.2, 192.168.1.3 will get 51.1.3. no, it's not like that. It's like first come first serve method. So if after 1.1 it could be 1.4 who is requesting, so he'll get the next available address. It would be 51.1.2 possibly. So we'll see the translation after we ping. So that's it. That's how we need to do this dynamic NAT. And so let's I have already done the default route on this router and also static route on this router. So you would need to do that first. Okay, and then start with specify our private network using access list. So that's what we need to do here. Configure terminal. So access list, it can be standard. So if I put a question mark here, it will give me the range again. So for standard it will be 1 to 99, so we'll just pick 1 here. Okay, then if I put a question mark, so we are permitting, right? We are not denying anything from our network. We are permitting all 4 devices, so permit. Okay, permit. And then if I put a question mark, it would need the address to match. So we are not doing each one by one, remember. So we just need to say our network ID, so which is 192.168.1.0. so this is a network ID, so it would need wildcard bits, so it would be 0.0.0.255, and that's it. Okay, this is our first line, first command. Okay, then we have completed we have specified our private network using access list. That's what we did, and we have completed that. Next one, we need to specify the public network using pool. Okay, how to do that? Okay, we just need to say IP NAT pool. Okay, if I put a question mark, it needs a name, so let's say Cisco. Okay, Cisco. And if I put a question mark, it needs starting IP address. So remember, our organization purchased this range, so 5111 would be the starting IP, 5111, and then it would need the ending IP, so 511200 it would be the ending IP. Sorry, that's not complete yet. And then if I put a question mark, it would need net mask. Net mask 255.255.255.0. Okay, so what we did, we have specified our private network using access list. Okay, and we have specified the public network using pool. So the third step would be to map access list and pool we just created. How to do that? The command is ipnat inside source, and if I put a question mark, we need to put list here. Okay, not static, we're not doing static, so list. And we have given what number? We have given 1 here, right? And then pool 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 name is going to ask, the pool name we have given us Cisco, all capital. Okay, I think, yeah, that's it. So this is the command to join access list or map access list and pool. You would say ipnat inside source list, and whatever the access list number we have given, we need to provide here. And then the pool name, whatever pool name we have given, we need to provide it here. Okay, and then last 2 steps are to go to the interface. So first of all, we'll go to our default gateway G00 and specify our inside outside NAT. So IP NAT inside, right? This is our inside, and then go to interface S010 IP NAT outside. This right here is outside. Okay, and we have completed all the steps. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to 1.1 and ping this 200.111. Okay, ping 200.1.1.1, and then what we'll do is we'll go to this 1.4 and ping 200.1.1.1. we have reply from there, so this one also ping. Okay, and then we'll go to 1.3, do the same thing, ping .1, and go to 1.2, ping 200.1.1.1. I'm doing this on purpose just to show you that it doesn't have to be in order or anything. So first we ping 1.1 to 200.111, then we ping from 1.4 to 200.111. Our destination is the same for all devices, and then we went to 1.3 and ping 200.111, and the last we went to 1.2 and ping 111. So as we look in the translations, we are going to see 1.1 would get the first available IP, and then it's followed by 1.4 would get the second available IP, and then 1.3 would get the third available, and fourth 1.2 will get the fourth one. So this is the pattern we'll see. So it doesn't matter like it needs to be in order or anything, like 1.1 would get 50 111, 1.2 will get 50 112. No, it doesn't have to be like that. So let's go here and check our translation. Do show IP NAT translation. Okay, so we can see our translations here. So first we ping from 1.1, right? Hold on 1 second, let me go here. Okay, here we go. So we ping from 1.1 this PC here, and it got the first available address, which was 5114. Okay, so that was the first available address, so that one got 5114, and then we went to 1.4. Okay, 1.4 here it got 5115. Okay, you can see 5115. Then we went to 1.3. Let's see here, 1.3. 1.3 actually got 5116. Okay, and then 1.2, right? 1.2 got 5117. You can see this is how these devices would get the IP addresses using dynamic NAT. You can see that since we given the range, we don't need to configure all devices one by one like we do in static NAT. Advantage here is that we just need to create pool, and according to however many devices we have, then this dynamic NAT will provide the IP addresses as we ping. Okay, so whichever available IP address is there, the device would get that particular IP addresses. It doesn't have to be in any order, it's just that whichever it's available, okay, within that range. So our range is this 50.111 to 50.11200. That is our range. So this is how you would do dynamic NAT, and we'll continue this in the next video. We'll see path overload, some other concept. It's a method that even better than this, so we'll see that in the next video. Until then, if you have any questions, please ask in the comments. Otherwise, stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. Good day.